setting up for the rear foot elevated split squat requires two things. One, how tall the object is you're putting your rear foot on, and then how far away from that object you're setting up your front foot. First thing on setting up the back foot, you want to find an implement. I'm lucky to have a rear foot elevated squat stand. I highly recommend it, but I'll show you how to use a bench here in a minute. You want to find an object that's just below your kneecap. Okay, setting up that object just below your kneecap so it matches the same length as your shin. The second thing you want to do, as that foot comes up, before you even grab a weight, set up in the bottom of that split squat so that you know where that lead foot's going to be. I always coach people that you want your ankle bone just behind your kneecap so that you can have a good forward shin. From this position, I now know where my foot's going to be. What I'll typically do is put my water bottle next to my foot. I might put a little line and chalk depending on where you are, but some marker so you know where your foot's going to be that's pretty consistent from right foot to left foot. Regardless, this position, I'm now going to stand up. I'm going to grab my weight. I now know where I need to be so that when I'm putting my foot back, I'm not just reaching and clawing at the object I'm putting my rear foot on. Now I'm in a position where I can set up, my lead foot's in a good spot, I can now perform my reps, and as I switch, I just put my right foot down to match my left foot's distance. Now if you don't have a split squat stand and you're using a bench, that's totally fine, but understand that the benches could be a little high. So for me, this bench is set up at my kneecap, so if I'm setting up in my rear foot position and I'm working to the floor, I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna tear my hip flexor. This instantly makes the exercise not as fun. Insert foam pad, yoga block, whatever you may have that's gonna make up that distance and that deficit. So when I'm performing my rear foot elevated split squat, I'm not forcing the depth. I'm working to a distance that allows my rear foot to be elevated, but also keeps me in a position where the exercise just doesn't suck as much.